Good evening and welcome to Growing Up Strong. I'm Toni May. Tonight we're talking about you and your family's happily ever after. Everyone wants that, right? We have a way you can get it. It's a Palm Beach County-wide campaign that wants to inspire you and your children and grandchildren to grab a book and read. Joining me tonight to talk more about it is Paloma Prata with HomeSafe. Welcome, Paloma.
Thank you.
And the CEO of the Literacy Coalition of Palm Beach County, Kristin Calder. Nice to see you both.
Thank you, Toni.
So, Kristin, obviously the Literacy Coalition is an extremely important partner in this campaign with the Children's Services Council called Happily Ever After Begins with Reading. Tell me a little bit more about it.
The campaign is part of a national campaign, the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, with an emphasis and focus on making sure that children are reading on grade level by third grade. And a lot of the programs that the Literacy Coalition coordinates, especially with the support of Children's Services Council, allow us to provide services to families and to children so that they can be equipped and on grade level by the time they get to third grade.
Let's talk about third grade. We've emphasized this in previous shows. All the research shows if a child isn't really at grade level by third grade, they're 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. Their career choices aren't as good. Is that kind of where this all comes from?
It certainly is. They say 74% of students that are not on grade level nationwide will falter in their high school years and be potentially drop out of high school and not graduate. So it is a huge issue, and so what we're trying to focus on is reaching children at an earlier age, even infancy, to get them to, and their parents, to realize the importance of early development, of early language, of early interaction with the entire family and how significant it is from day one.
And you hit on something very interesting, even infancy. Paloma, that's where you and HomeSafe come into the picture.
Correct.
These little books, they're so cute, that Paloma shared with us. You actually go into hospitals through Palm Beach County, introduce yourself to new mothers, and give them a book to start reading, that day to their newborn?
Correct. We have 9 hospital liaisons in all maternity hospitals in Palm Beach County, and we do complete the infant risk screen with the moms, and at the same time we teach them about the book and give each mom in Palm Beach County that delivered a baby a book so they can start reading the day of.
And I know that the screening involves, how the baby sleeps safely, some of the signs that they should look for. Why books? Why kind of talk to them about that? And the second question is, what is their reaction? A newborn mom, diapers, bottles, nursing, and a book. Tell me their reaction.
Correct. Well, in partnership with the Literacy Coalition, we want to make sure that the parents understand that the first book, reading right from the beginning, is really a good start. So we tell them, and we do say this is your first book to start the library for the baby. And usually they're very happy that they're getting a book. They start looking at the book and they're, wow. And we say, just show the faces, just showing the babies these faces, you see their reaction. And we've actually had moms come back a second time and say, wow, this is really helpful. It gets the baby interested in looking at the book. So it's really a good reaction that we get back from the parents.
And I know, Kristin, that parents are so key to this. Schools, obviously, you go to school to learn, you have reading class, you have English class. We all know about that. What parents might not know about, whether newborn or even grandparents, is that they're really the key to this early start and to modifying or exemplifying the behavior that the kids will then modify. Is that how it works?
Completely. Parental involvement and engagement is crucial to the success of our children. And in what we were talking about, starting the babies in the maternity ward, getting their first book so they go home from the hospital, to programs that we have, parent-child home program, which our home visitors go out 2 days, twice a week to visit with the child and work with them and model for the parent on how they should be interacting around a book or an activity while also reading with the child. And so it's great. It's not only modeling for the parent and showing them a great way to interact with their child, but also spending that one-to-one time with the child as well. And then also our Reach Out and Read program, which is a fantastic component that the American Academy of Pediatrics just in August came out in support of, saying it's an essential part of a primary care visit for a pediatrician or nurses to be talking to the parents about the importance of, of reading from, the child, from the very beginning, from, early age. And so through that program, we give out books.
Wow.
To children, and it's wonderful because regardless of what language the child speaks, the doctor is able to assess how a child interacts with a book. Like you were saying, how the baby can open the book, look at the book, even put the book in their mouth, which is completely age appropriate. So there are really fantastic ways through the programs that exist in Palm Beach County, and many of those are from our partnerships with Children's Services Council, and they really are making a difference because 61% of children in lower economic homes do not have a single book in their
Really?
house.
61%?
According to the Campaign for Grade Level Reading nationwide, 61%. So that's a huge number. So
That is a
these
huge
initiatives
number.
to get books into the hands of children and families so they can start their own library are really significant and an early fundamental building block for what we're trying to achieve, which is school readiness, and so they can be prepared, for third grade.
And I think when people hear about programs like yours, Home Safe, Children's Services Council, they think, oh, well, that doesn't really affect me. My child's, reading well, but it does affect you because all the other children who aren't getting these books are struggling in high school. That means, struggling to graduate. That means not getting into the economic workforce here in Palm Beach County, which affects all of us. So I think what I like about it is, and you can speak to this, Kristin, is the greater good that this does for all of us, not just the young babies that you're giving books to or the parents that you're helping to learn to read, but really the greater Palm Beach County.
It is a great ripple effect. And if a child, goes home to read and to do their studies and they don't, and their parent doesn't know how to read or can't help them, they're not going to have a chance either. And so that goes back to that parental involvement. And the Literacy Coalition really does focus on literacy from birth through adulthood. And we're really excited to get to be a part of that solution and providing programs and services that really, work with families. We have 2 family literacy programs where the adults learn in one room and the children learn in the other. And
See,
they
that's
come together
amazing.
for combined, parent and child together, packed time it's called. And that really is great, and that's how we are, making an impact with so many community partners, the library, the school district, Children's Services Council, and other community-based organizations like the Literacy Coalition. So it really is a whole collaborative effort for the community because it does affect all of us. As you look at the rates of crime rates that come out of that from third grade of those students. So it's not just the crime, but also the potential revenue for our county and additional growth.
Exactly. And Paloma, touching on the economic, you really deal with prevention services, which is when people are in trouble, a variety of ways.
Correct.
Do you also see when families kind of jump into the education of their baby, then their second grade or third grader, that there's less potential for trouble down the road as a family unit, as far as domestic violence, as far as poverty? Is that also true?
Absolutely, because parent engagement also probably relates back to other things, activities, so they can do activities for developmental, for the children to really develop skills. And so absolutely you see the difference because we do screen them later at 2 and 3 and 4. And so if you see that there's engagement from the parents, there's definitely more of a chances of them passing their developmental screening very correct at the stage that they need to be.
And do you, because you deal in all different languages, both of you touched on this, do you work with any language when it comes to the books? The parents, I know that your adult reading programs, the parents can sometimes be intimidated because their child's learning to read at school and they're coming home and wanting to do homework, as you said, and the parent's intimidated because they don't know it. Do you find that the parents are anxious to learn and really help when you offer them these books and these services?
Absolutely, and actually the books do come in English and Spanish,
Okay,
and we've been
okay.
giving actually both languages bilingual to every parent. So even if they wanted to do it in Spanish,
Oh, that's so
they
cute.
can do it. So.
I love that.
Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you both. And you've talked about a lot of programs that anyone in our viewing audience can take advantage of. So I'm going to give both of your websites, and I think both of you said they're all somehow linked on that, as far as the reading programs, but other programs you both have, and events coming up for the Literacy Coalition. Thank you so much. You guys are so wonderful to do all this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toni.
Thank you.
As I said, you better write this down or go to your computer and put it right in, because both these organizations have programs that are just for you and your family. We'll be right back. So our first guest told us how important it is to have books in your home. But what about if you can't afford them or you just don't have them? Well, the Children's Services Council has taken care of that problem too. We were lucky enough to visit just one of the many elementary schools that are getting books thanks to the organization.
Please come through my castle and have a seat on the floor, facing my throne.
It was a true adventure into reading at Coral Sunset Elementary School in Boca Raton. Media specialist Sherry May transformed the library into the Kingdom of Bookingham to celebrate the kickoff of a book fair that's all about the kids.
They know that this is a special event. They get to walk through the castle, I get to dress up, and I have as much fun with it as I think the kids do. A group of people called the Children's Services Council called your queen, and they said, Queen of Buckingham, your boys and girls need to read. The boys and girls at Coral Sunset need to read more because our test scores are going up, 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 and we need you to be reading, reading, reading.
The key to getting the children to pick up a book is to give them one, according to experts involved in this event.
Look at that. You want that one?
Yeah. I love when they're in kindergarten and the first time they're borrowing books, or maybe they're not sure what to get, what they might like. And by the time they're in like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, we're having book talks.
You skip through them, so if you could see that they're the book for you.
You got what book?
Charlotte's Web.
Principal Danielle Garcia believes this day is about much more than a trip to a make-believe book world. She points to a huge jump in reading scores.
We know that reading is really key when you're getting testing scores for a school. Talk about how important that A was to your school. And do you think that the higher reading scores really did contribute?
Well, for sure, being an A school is what our goal is always. And as a matter of fact, I think with all of the pieces with literacy, it really pulled Coral Sunset up, which we did gain 81 points this year. And we were the second most growth in a year school in Palm Beach County for elementary. And I think tying the literacy together with the students helps raise our reading scores and our math scores, as well as science, because all of the reading ties together.
You guys remember last year when you went and you got to get your free books? Yes. Are you excited about getting to do that again this year?
Yes! So you are all going to choose a free book. And you're going to get a special sticker to put into your book, to put your name on it so nobody will take your book.
Each book is chosen by the student for the student. Media specialists believe that personal choice makes a big difference in long-term interest in reading. Those running the elementary school know it's a gift that lasts forever.
Raptor versus Teen Rex.
They don't always have access to the books. And so a program like this that allows the children to pick out their own book that they like and bring it home, and they might have had a book that they've read in class before that they could share with their parents, it really does help bring that partnership together with home and school, which is a challenge for us.
The two-day event is aimed at kids from kindergarten through 5th grade, but it is never too early to begin reading to your own children or grandchildren.
They learn as early as newborn vocabulary. They learn to love books and reading and stories. And I don't care whether you have a child this little or in 5th grade or 6th grade. They love to be read to, and then they love to show you they can read to you.
Principal Garcia says a partnership like this that brings in free books and a focus on reading should spread way beyond the walls of her elementary school.
It would not only help schools like mine, but it would help every school in Palm Beach County, because every single school in Palm Beach County has students that need resources like this available at their fingertips that they might not have outside of the school day.
So welcome my guest now, Shauna Cooper. You're a Public Information Officer with Children's Services Council, and Jen McQuown with the Mandel Public Library in downtown West Palm Beach. Welcome to you both. Shauna, you were on site with me there at the school. The kids were so excited. How did this campaign come to fruition?
We knew we wanted to work with the community to develop a broad-based campaign to encourage early reading, but we knew we needed partners to do that. So we brought in the Literacy Coalition, local libraries, the county library system, a number of other partners to talk about a campaign that would really get the message across in a positive way.
And you work mainly in elementary schools with the book fairs, right?
Correct.
How is the school reaction? Certainly, we were lucky enough to see the media specialist who definitely gets into it. Miss May is into it. Is that kind of the energy that you've seen at some of the other schools?
It's been an amazing response that we've gotten from the schools, from the parents, the students, the whole community. The schools have really embraced the book fairs. Some of them have had wonderful events and activities. They've brought their PTAs and gotten them involved. It's just been an awesome response.
And a lot of these children, I know at the school we were at, and certainly some of the other teachers you've talked to, they may never have had the chance to go to a bookstore or, as we saw in the library, and pick out a book that was theirs to keep. They didn't need to return it at a certain time, theirs to keep. What was the thinking behind that generosity for CSC?
Well, it was a discussion we had with the steering committee. How are we going to do this? And we purposely chose to have book fairs where the children could, quote unquote, shop for their book, because they're much more likely to read it if they choose it themselves. And a book that they can take home and keep is building that home library. The more books in the home, the more likely they'll read it, the better school success.
Well, our expert Jen can back that up. So you know about this, but every day you're putting books in the hands of children. What this whole partnership with you all, as Shauna said, the school district, what has that done for kids in West Palm and other communities to really embrace reading and the importance of reading?
We just love the Children's Services Council campaign, and we're very happy to be a partner and to support them. And something that it has allowed us to do is our outreach librarian goes into the middle schools and helps with the book fair, helps talk to the children and talk them through their choices, even unpacks the boxes of books with the media specialist. So it's been a wonderful tool for our outreach librarians to do in the community to kind of get our feet wet, and so that the media specialist understands what the library can do and really understands the full campaign, the Happily Ever After campaign.
And I want to make a point, you saw it in the story, but they do have a little treasure map. It's also cutely tied in with the theme, which brings them to all the libraries near them with a special bookmark they get to bring back. Why is all of this so important when you're dealing with children and trying to excite them, especially in light of technology today, in just a regular old book?
Right. It's so important that children are reading by 3rd grade, and at the library, something that we're really passionate about is some of the children may not be readers, but the moment they get that book where they've chosen the title, it's their favorite book, they've brought it into their home, they're confident that they can now become a reader, even if they're not reading. And so it's building that confidence that's really important for us, and helping our children to succeed in life. And it's so important that they're able to choose their own book that they can keep forever.
And Shauna, we touched on it in the first segment, the parental involvement, not just the library involvement, the teacher involvement, but the parental involvement. I know Children's Services Council has really embraced that part as well. What is there for the parents? Okay, now I have a book. Now what do I do?
Well, the first thing we encourage is to talk to your child about the book. Why did they choose that book? But the other opportunity is some quiet time. Life is so hectic these days for families. To have a little bit of quiet time to sit and read with your child, to hear what they have to say, to hear about their day, is just a beautiful thing for a family to bring everybody back together, and a book can be the center of that.
And kind of turn off the technology time, so to speak?
Definitely.
When parents and children get into this mode, do parents ever come to you and say, okay, I have my book, but my child's in 3rd grade and they're not the best reader? Are they then just forgotten, or is there hope? Can you, and both of you can answer, can you kind of get them back up to speed to what is called grade level appropriate, which really seems to be the buzzwords to them getting through high school, perhaps going on to a career or college? Can they make that leap if they are behind the 8 ball?
They definitely can, and it's through Children's Services Council having these books that the child has picked. It's not something the parent has given or the teacher has given or is required reading, but it's something that they're passionate about. And we find at the library, if a child is able to pick out the title that they want to read, the book that they want to read, they're much more likely to actually read it and gain that confidence in reading to become that reader.
I would think, and I would say that the whole community is really around that child. So if a child is struggling, the first place to start is your school. There's the Literacy Coalition, there's your local libraries, there's our Bridges programs where there's tutoring. There's lots of help out there. If a parent is concerned, they can reach out to a number of places and say, my child needs some help and I need some help. What do we do next? And there's help there.
Now, I believe it's the second year of the Happily Ever After campaign?
Yes, this is our third round of book fairs.
Okay.
Right.
So you've seen kind of some of the people that started a few years ago, the schools. What has been the reaction a few years later? I know the school you and I were at, we certainly saw they went to an A school and they totally credit, as you heard the principal say, reading and English scores brought them to that A. And they credit getting books in kids' hands. Do you see that countywide, and why is that important?
What we're seeing is, first of all, it's becoming an expected occurrence for the schools. I had a call from a media specialist over the summer saying, I'm planning my curriculum, can I include a book fair in it? So that's a wonderful thing. It's created connections between Children's Services Council and the whole community. We've been talking closely with the school district. What can we do to help? What do you need from us? There are 27 schools that have extended learning hours this year because they've had some struggles with reading. And so we're helping to supply extra books to those schools. So there's definitely a continuing conversation, but we're seeing, most importantly, an enthusiasm for reading. You know, so often children are tested and rated, and this is just something fun. Here's a book and it's fun. Enjoy yourself.
And no pressure.
No
You
pressure.
can read it at your own pace, and like you said, you chose it. You don't have to read this autobiography or this science book. I love that part of it. I know when I grew up, many decades ago, the library was a haven. You were so excited if your day included, you know, your school day included going to the library at school, but even more importantly, the public library. Mandel sits in a very culturally diverse area, very. Are people still excited? Do kids still come with their parents to the library? Or is that kind of a passé because of technology and the pace of life, as Shauna said?
That's such a brilliant question. And we are so busy. We're busy like we've never been before. On an average month in our children's department at Mandel Public Library, we provide 80 plus programs a month for families to come in and participate. So we have from itsy bitsy yoga for a 5-week-old to a program where children can read to one of our 4 therapy dogs, practice their reading out loud skills in a private little corner with this beautiful dog.
Adorable.
We have a Newfoundland that comes in, 2 brothers, Newfoundlands that come in, to just animals that are mixed breed, and this is a brilliant opportunity for children to practice reading out loud. We have a typical book clubs for children in elementary school, story times. We just really think that a library should be a community gathering place. At Mandel Public Library, we're really passionate about engaging children through play. We want them to fall in love with reading, and sometimes it has to be through Jenga pieces or running and talking and playing with puppets and their friends. Children's Services Council has done a brilliant job in providing libraries and the schools with materials as far as a castle for the Happily Ever After theme, or now we're getting a throne for the children to sit in.
That's exciting.
And this is amazing. The children love these things. It reaffirms what's happening at the school because they'll see the same promotional piece at the school, and then they see it at the library, and we can continue the conversation about how important it is for them to fall in love with reading.
Shauna, our show is called Growing Up Strong because we really want to support the family unit, whatever that unit looks like, in being strong. And certainly reading is part of that. But we talked about it with my first guest. Why is it so important that these kids learn to read at grade level, continue that trend, graduate from high school? Why is that important at a community-wide level when the Children's Services Council is looking at the gross amount of data that you collect every day?
Reading at grade level begins really in the womb. It begins with a conversation between the parent and the child, or the caregiver and the child, and grows from there. To read on grade level, you need to be ready for school. You need to be supported at home. You need to feel safe. So the first step is making sure that the community is supporting a family in that regard. If a child is reading on grade level, they're much more likely to graduate high school. They're going to become productive members of the community. They're going to vote, they're going to read, they're going to start a business and raise their own children. So it really affects the whole quality of life for the whole community if we can make sure that all of our children have the same opportunity to thrive and to grow.
Excellently said. And what I love is not only that, but let's face it, in the day of today, crawling up in your bed or your special chair and turning off the 900 channels and the, all the Twitter and the Facebook and the Snapchats and just escaping into a book has to be just so unique today, especially with everything going on.
Yes.
Do you find that kids kind of have that reaction when they first get a book in their hand?
They do. They really, their mind settles down. They become more quiet. They begin to, when they're done with their book, have more conversations with their peer, enter more creative play. They learn what a story is, that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's something we really promote at Dog Tales. We'll have moms that come in that maybe have an infant, and we'll say to the mom, you can read to your child, to the dog. And the mom's like, but my child doesn't know how to read. But that's the point, is that they're hearing the language and they're understanding a story. So it's very important for libraries to be that community place and to help children and families succeed.
Well, I love the Happily Ever After campaign, clearly, because I love reading. So congratulations to Children's Services Council, the library, and all our partners in this. And it is for everyone, which I really love. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
We have given you so much information this evening. And don't worry, we're going to put some of the websites for the PalmBeachCountyReads.org campaign. You can get involved, whether it's at your local library, talking to your children's school about it. It is for everyone in this county, and we don't want you to miss out. We do thank you for taking the time out of your busy evening to join us, and we will see you again next time on Growing Up Strong. Thank you for joining us.
We're Children's Services Council of Palm Beach County. For almost 30 years, we've worked hard to make sure our children in Palm Beach County grow up healthy, safe, and strong. Today, we provide funding for more than 50 programs that help families every day raise our next generation. Our mission is to invest early in our children when it matters most, so our whole community thrives. Your Children's Services Council. Visit us online.